Hello and welcomes everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Veriia, our Sith Inquisitor here on the planet of Korriban. It's been a few hours since I did the introduction and character creation video, still kicking myself that I forgot the name Korriban. That's the starting world for the Sith Inquisitor and the Sith Warrior, but what can you do? And yeah, I've basically set myself up, got all the controls, configuration, how I like it, set up my hotkeys of the various skills and items I have at the moment. Obviously the hotkeys will start to become full, and hi, I don't really need to stand next to you, but fair enough. I had positioned myself nicely, oh well. But yeah, this is the evening, probably arguably one of the worst times to be recording Star Wars The Old Republic, cause Korriban at the moment is quite busy. There are two servers, but one is depopulating right now. And yeah, so Veriia here, I think that's how I'm going to pronounce her name, has just arrived as a slave, but she has been found to have some, a powerful usage of the Force, or a capability with the Force, and is now under the training of Overseer Harkin. Lord Zash, a powerful Dark Lord of the Sith, is looking for an acolyte to train, and Overseer Harkin is to weed out the weak from the strong, to find one who will be appropriate for this Lord Zash, which is why we're here and undergoing the trials he's setting us, and obviously he's asked us to go to the sacrificial chamber. First things first though, a few things I should mention. First of all, let's go to the character screen here. Once I get this out the way, I don't need to do it again, basically. So, if you know all about the game mechanics and the various stats, then you don't need to look at this, feel free to skip ahead slightly. But, otherwise, it's just a brief overview of the various armors you can wear, and obviously the stats and what they give you, basically. So first of all, obviously we're level 1. We're a Sith Inquisitor. We have these various different stats, and if I scroll over, it tells you what they improve. Obviously melee damage, critical, force damage, which is obviously various skills, like I have shock here, which is a force attack, but it costs force to use. It says it costs 40 force, and at the moment I have, obviously this is in my health, and how much force, which is the mana bar for the Sith Inquisitor. Obviously, the higher mastery you have, the higher damage you deal. This used to be split into 4 different stats: strength, willpower, aim, and cunning. And now they've all basically blended together into what's called mastery. And it's been that way since the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion was released. Endurance is your health and health regen. The more endurance you have, the more health you have. Power increases your damage and healing bonuses, and then critical gives you a higher chance. If I go to force here, the higher chance that you'll actually land a critical hit, and then how much it will boost your skills. So at the moment, because I have something which gives me a critical somewhere, when I do critical, which is like just 7.5% chance, I will gain a like 51% bonus damage on top of the normal damage I would deal. Critical and critical, there used to be 2 different criticals. There was crit rate and there was something else, I think it was called surge, which one of them was your chance to crit and the other one was how much the critical would multiply your damage, and now they're all under just critical. So yeah, they've merged those 2 together as well. Alacrity is the speed in which your abilities are executed. Some abilities are instant, others channel over time. Some massive heal, some channel damage abilities. The faster or higher your alacrity is, the faster they channel, the more damage you do more quickly, or you heal more quickly. Accuracy is pretty self-explanatory, the chance that you'll actually land an attack. You can have accuracy over 100%, and then I think... oh, reduces the target's defense. There you go. Defense, self-explanatory again. Avoids incoming attacks. If we go to defense here, armor rating. Basically, the more defense you have, I think the more armor rating you have. I can't fully remember. But obviously, it makes sense. There is some enhancements where you can enhance your defense, and I think it either reduces your damage reduction or increases your damage rating, or maybe a mix of the two. Absorb is for people who have shields. Sith Inquisitors, unless I go down the Sith Assassin route, I won't have to worry about shields so much. And then Absorb is how much your shield absorbs. Shield is the percentage that your shield will actually absorb the blow. Expertise is PvP. And Presence is for your companions. The higher your presence is, the more your companions do damage, the more they heal you, and so on and so forth. So yeah, pretty simple. Social is something for when you're in groups, you gain social points and they unlock various emotes and things like that. You can also buy certain things from vendors if you have the appropriate social level. And Valor is another PvP trait. When you win or even when you lose battles in PvP, you gain Valor, you get various titles, and again you can buy various items from vendors if you have the appropriate Valor level. They're not something we're really going to be concerning ourselves with. We have the alignment bar here. As I mentioned, some choices we make in the game will be considered light, as in good, or dark, as in evil. Dark's not always evil, but that's how they do it in Star Wars. You're either a light side user or a dark side user in terms of the Force. Even non-Force users have this alignment just to reflect on their choices, whether or not they've chosen to be more charming and diplomatic, or whether or not they've just been greedy and decided to murder lots of people for no apparent reason. We have all our little armor slots here. Most of these are appearance slots, including the wrists here. And then you have 2 implant and an earpiece slot, and then 2 relic slots, which are things we'll be playing with throughout the game, but we'll be mostly concerning with these 8 armor slots here. Then we have a main hand slot and an offhand weapon slot. Some classes can wield weapons in both hands. Sometimes you wield one weapon, like this. We have our Sith Training Blade. And later on, we will be going down the Sith Sorcerer route, dealing more with Force powers. We'll be gaining what's called a focus in our offhand, which enhances our Force abilities. But if we were playing as, say, a Sith Warrior, namely a Marauder, we could wield an offhand lightsaber in our offhand, of course. Hello, you're in my way. I'll zoom forward slightly. That's probably about it. You can customize your appearance. At the moment I'm hiding the head slot, even though I have no item in there right now. And at the moment I am showing dark side corruption. Nothing really happens if you make a lot of light decisions. There are different tiers, as you can see. Next tier is -1000. But when you start delving into the dark side, your physical appearance will change to prove or show how corrupted you are by the dark side. And you can show that, well, make your choice whether you show it off or not. For the likes of Togruta or Twi'leks, or races that have different skin tones, I'm not sure if it's going to affect the Ratataki so much, but sometimes on likes of Twi'leks, and I think I showed it in my Asura playthrough as a Togruta, your skin tone fades, becoming lighter, as you become more and more corrupted. Something to bear in mind. Okay. Oh, that's the wrong button. Also, we have a hotbar here, mention obviously our health and force powers. We have Dr. Ugrob's Hut Hollow statue. This is in our inventory and I've moved it down to our hotkey. When we level up, you normally need to go to a skill trainer, but with this item, which I got for being a subscriber during the Rise of the Hutt Cartel expansion, I can summon this statue, and if there's any new skills I can learn, or upgrade various skills, which is now changed. I think skills upgrade automatically, but if there's any new skills or abilities I can learn them from the Hollow statue. And he's there for 1 minute, and then you've got to respawn him once again. I have a passive buff called Mark of Power, which increases the target's mastery by 5%, and Reduces internal and elemental damage by 10%, and this lasts for 1 hour or 60 minutes. Now when I activated it, you'll notice that not only that one turned up, but 3 others. Coordination, Hunter's Boon, and Unnatural Might, which also give us various buffs. Now I got these because if I go to my legacy, which is this button here, I have unlocked all of the Smuggler's abilities. When you complete Chapter 2, you gain the Smuggler buff. And here, I've completed the Imperial Agent chapter and the Bounty Hunter chapter. And I've completed the Sith Warrior chapter. The Imperial Agent and Smuggler are kind of brother and sister. They have similar skills, but have different weapons to show them off. But the Bounty Hunter's buff is different, and the Sith Warrior's buff. And because I've completed their Chapter 2 storylines, all the classes on my account get that buff. So I have all 4 positive buffs or passive buffs from the other classes I have shown off in my other playthroughs. And what else do we have here? We have a quick travel item, which allows us to go to these various nodes that you can unlock as you walk around the map. By basically clicking on it and selecting which node you'd want to quick travel to. I have a rocket booster, which allows me to move faster for 12 seconds. We'll be using that quite liberally. We have an ability which allows you to restore your health and force powers faster than just standing still. For the Inquisitor, it's called Sieve, and that's what it looks like. We'll be using that quite liberally as well, when we need to. There are other versions of that which you can buy. You can find certain items which give you the similar effect. We may use one if I find an appropriate one that I like. Let's see, we have our basic Saber Slash I'll show off later on. We have Thrash, which uses Force. Again, uses our training saber, but does a little bit more damage than the basic attack. And of course we have Shock, which is so much force damage, and additionally, standard and weak targets are stunned for 3 seconds. As I say, we'll get more skills in the near future. Is there anything else I need to show off? Let's look at our inventory. It's a lot fuller than it was a moment ago in the first video. We have various experience boosting items which we'll be using. Some of them last for an hour, some last for 3 hours. I have some armor which I will be wearing at level 10. All this armor here, bar... let's have a look. Oh no, all this armor I will be wearing at level 10, and I do have the appropriate mods at one of my mailboxes. So at level 10 we'll be wearing this armor. And we have various titles which you can give to your character. I don't have any right now, but say, because I was a founder, I can gain the founder title. I gained some experience for doing that, and now I can become Veriia Founder. There you go, if I wanted to. I have various other titles as well, we might as well apply them all. All these were in my mailbox. Test Pilot and the First Galactic Starfighter. See, we're getting quite close to level 2 already. This is our experience bar, by the way. We have a couple of items if we had a stronghold, which is kind of a home away from home. Gains us some prestige. I never play with the stronghold so much, but they were there in my mailbox, so I might as well use them. And a Galactic Starfighter paint job. If I was to do any PvP Starfighter battles, I could apply that paint job to my ships, but I'm probably not in this playthrough. I have a couple of mounts, which are like the rocket boost. They allow you to move faster over open ground, but you tend to not be able to use them while inside buildings. And that's about it, really. Let's move these down. I don't really need that, so yep, that's fine. Okay, let's get ourselves into the tomb of Ajunta Pall in the Valley of the Dark Lords here. I don't think there's anything else I need to mention. Not at the moment anyway. I've spent long enough explaining things to you.
Do you require medical attention?
I don't, thank you. I will buy some med packs off you though. Both of them aren't very good. Okay, never mind.
Be well.
Thank you. A lot of people around the starting area today. And we leveled up. Did we learn any new abilities? That green plus says yes. Force Lightning. We are going to be using this a great deal. Deals 152 energy damage to the target and consumes 40 force over the duration. It also slows down standard and weak targets. Excellent. Let's go straight to my hotbar. Let's try it out. I do like Force Lightning as an ability. We will be using it a fair bit. At the moment, both Shock and Force Lightning have a 10-meter range. When we choose our advanced class, if we choose to be a sorcerer, that will increase to 30 meters. Obviously, you can see the range here. One thing I will do is just check my sound levels. I might as well turn the music volume up slightly. It's turned down quite low because some of the Star Wars The Old Republic music is copyrighted, and when the YouTube system finds audio, it basically mutes. It's an automatic mute of the entire video, including my own personal audio. So I want to try and avoid that. Which is a shame because some of the Star Wars theme music is really good to listen to. So we're just going to grind slightly, which is boring, I know. But I like to grind a little. Oh, we've lagged. Suffering a bit of server lag there. Actually, that's a really bad amount of server lag. We may end up getting disconnected. Oh no, there you go. Gotta keep an eye on that. Hopefully the game plays nice for us. I think I have a stable net connection today. So we'll get to level 3 and then we'll move on. In fact, I should probably use an experience booster. Ever since the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion was released, you do level extremely quickly now in this game. The class missions that, like, the Mind of Matter, the purple missions we have, give you a lot of experience. Ah, we got some mail there. We'll go check who that mail... We hit level 3, so let's see. Overload. Deals 25-34 energy damage and knocks back up to 8 enemies within a 50-meter cone in front of you. It also knocks down standard and weak enemies. We'll move that over here. Which it looks like this. Oh. We'll go check that mail. I'm guessing it's junk, but we'll have a look at it anyway. And then we'll go find this crazy lunatic hermit. Oh. Yeah, it's... Can you... There you go. Gold sellers. Eh. We'll show off Overload against some of these foragers. I don't think I've looted anything from these foragers yet. Oh, I have. I have auto loot turned on, so unless I need to roll for anything with another player, it won't come up what the item is unless I actually go into my inventory. Ah, there you go. So that's when you know there's something to loot. The light blue means it's just like a common item. Green is kind of like uncommon, and then you've got the different colours tell you the different rarities. Right, the Tomb of Ajunta Pall. This is one of the class trainers, the Sith Warrior, and the Inquisitor is here.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Speak to Sergeant Korriban here.
Excuse me, Acolyte. Sergeant Korriban, 5th Infantry Company, Korriban Regiment. Can I talk to you?
Make it quick, Sergeant.
Of course. You're one of the slaves Harkin brought in on the last transport, right? Here to prove yourself to the bloodthirsty overseers?
What business is that of yours?
Apologies if I offended. I thought you might appreciate the chance to not only show off for the overseers, but build some ties with the Imperial military as well. I'm here commanding a hard target mission to exterminate claw slugs in this tomb. They're horrific things. Mouths bigger than your head. I've lost 3 squads of good men fighting them. They come in packs. They'll swallow a man whole.
Then I suggest you try a new strategy.
Look, I've identified the enemy's weak spot, but it's not easy to get at. The damn claw slugs breed so fast there's no way to wipe them out conventionally. So we started targeting their egg chambers. They went insane. We managed to get explosives to all of the egg chambers, but the claw slugs were all over us before we could detonate them.
Are you sure this plan of yours will actually work?
I don't know. I have to hope so. Without breeding chambers, the claw slugs lose the numbers. Then we can wipe them out. Don't underestimate those claw slugs, sir. They're smarter than they look.
And our first side mission. We need to kill 6 of the slugs and detonate the explosives. Hello. Goodbye. See, that one got stuck somewhere. Oh, that's the 6 claw slugs killed already. Let's just go detonate the explosives. Oh, there's a slightly stronger enemy with that marker there next to its name. A lot of these are weak, I think there's a standard enemy up here. There you go. They'd have no title. But then these are strong. You also have elite and champion enemies. Gives you a good indicator of how tough they are. There you go. Later on we'll have some abilities which allows us to clear out large groups of enemies much quicker. Later on at least.
I heard the explosions when you set off the charges. Outstanding, sir.
Thank you. And we gain so many credits, experience, which will probably level us up, yep. And a new item. Inquisitor's braces. We aren't wearing any wrist items at the moment, so it's a total bonus. Level 4. Cool. And we can equip the braces. If, say, we were wearing a bit of armor already, if we scroll over here, it tells you in red that it gives you less armor, less mastery points, and less endurance. Okay. Is anything else? Oh, we did level up. We might as well use the trainer while we're here.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Whirlwind. Traps a target in a whirlwind for 8 seconds. Non-player, non-standard, and non-weak targets heal rapidly. Damage causes this effect to end prematurely.
Be gone.
I don't tend to use Whirlwind too much, but I'll leave it up here for the moment. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, is there anything else we need to do? Anything else I need to explain? Nope, let's continue. This indicates that there is a mission here, this little triangle. It's not purple, so it's not necessary to the main storyline, but it's just a side mission. We need to defeat some tomb looters and recover some artifacts, and we'll gain some more credits and experience for doing so, as well as a couple of items. A med pack to heal ourselves, and a data crystal. Data crystals are in your currency here, and you can spend them, exchange them for various upgrades. I will be mostly spending them on item enhancements, and I did mention item enhancements in the introduction video, but if I just right click here, these are the 3 slots you need to fill to give it the appropriate level and stats. Otherwise it's basically just a waste of space. But yeah, we'll take this mission. Darth Bane here, level 50 character. You see he's level 50, but he's been de-leveled to level 12 because he's here on Korriban. Before the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion, there wasn't like a level sync or a world sync, but they added that in. So even if you're over leveled now, you will be desynced and you'll still get a reasonable amount of experience. Oh, we're making good progress. I might as well show off the whirlwind ability. There you go. And you can see he's regenerating health because he's a strong target. Strong and above targets tend to always have items that drop, whereas standard and weak enemies, there's a much lesser chance. There's the server lag again. Obviously this is the Sith Warrior phase, which we can't enter because we're not a Sith Warrior. But this is our storyline area, which we can go into. Actually, I think I'm missing something. Social... And you. That's what I need. Forgot to turn those on. And here is Spindrall.
Ah, an alien acolyte. Unusual, but not unexpected. The Sith are not friendly to your kind. But that will be an advantage, I think. You are here for your trial, yes? Learn the ways of the Sith from a doddering old man in a tomb. And hopefully to return to your master with the mark of my approval.
Yes, my lord, that's right.
Of course it is. I know the way of things on the surface.
But before I answer either way, you must pass a trial of blood. Survive, and I will teach you what I know.
Wonderful. We're not the only acolyte seeking to earn Spindrall's favour. Next. Dramatic battle music.
Excellent. These former acolytes wanted nothing more than to earn their second chance for glory by killing you and taking your place. But your desire proved stronger, and their blood became the mantle of your victory. Well done. But you are not Sith yet. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. This is the Sith Code. Commit it to your heart, and you will have the strength to crush your enemies. Do you understand?
Yes, I think I do. I must use my emotions to grow strong.
Do not be timid. Humility is the attitude of a slave, not a Sith. Now go. Return to Harkon and nurture your hatred for him. And use your fear of him to grow stronger. He may raise his fist to strike, but it is Lord Zash who determines where the blow will land.
How do you know Harkon and Lord Zash?
Both of them have been through here in my time, and they have gone their separate paths since. Now, go. Leave me to my rest.
Interesting. So Spindrall's been here so long that he's had both Overseer Harkon and Zash come through here. Huh. One good thing about doing like a let's play, a playthrough of this game is you sit down and you pay more attention to the dialogue. A lot of times when you play MMOs, and most people who do similarly will know what I mean, you tend to skip through a lot of the conversation and you miss little nuances. Report to Overseer Harkon's new location in the Sith Academy. We'll get outside the tomb, but before we enter the Sith Academy, I think we'll break the video. Because obviously there's plenty of exploration to be done there. The artifacts, oh, hello. The artifacts we need to recover are this way. Hey, we've gained a new bonus mission. To kill 6 cripplers. One artifact. We may need to wait for more artifacts to respawn. Oh, never mind, there's one up there. Good. Sometimes because there's a lot of players in an area, you'll have to wait to get some quest items. Most of the time they respawn relatively quickly, but not all the time. Are you gonna go attack them or not? Nope. Well, I'll leave you to them then. Make your mind up. I'll go kill them then. There we go. Quite close to level 5. Sith warrior with a vet there. Been a long time. Been a long time since I've seen the Twi'lek companion. Oh, bit of lag. Thanks. Go, level 5. No new skills. Before Knights of the Fallen Empire, your skills, you'd have to go to a skill trainer to level up your abilities as well. But now, your skills level up with you. So you can see Force Lightning is rank 4 because we gained it at level 2. And it's gained 3 levels since then. And obviously it deals slightly more damage now, 194 damage rather than, what was it, 152 when we first got it? Here we are. Welcome to the Sith Academy, everyone. We'll go hand in the side quest, and then we'll break the video. I think we have a few things to sell as well. Sergeant Reichel here. Hi.
I have taken care of your problem with the looters in the tomb.
Ah, then I'll assume my men are dead. Even so, you have done us a great service. Their loss is your gain, I suppose.
Then I'm finished here.
Yes, sir.
See? We were a lowly slave, but we're already being called Sir. We get another med pack and those data crystals. And quite a lot of experience. In fact, that's more experience than we were meant to gain. I guess it was scaled up with us gaining maybe a level or 2 while in the tomb. Because I'm sure it was like 2,000 and something when we picked up the quest. Oh well, not gonna complain. Oh.
You won't find a better bargain.
Repair all our armor. Sell all our junk. We have 1 med pack which we may as well keep just in case we need to heal. Actually, this armor is better than what we've got. I shouldn't have probably sold that. Is that better? It is. Okay.
Come back anytime.
Oh, come on, game. There you go.
What can I get for you?
There you go.
Come back
We
anytime.
have slightly better armor now. Okay. This is another quick travel node. It's automatically unlocked when you unlock the map now. Previously you'd have to run to each of them and unlock them by right clicking on them, but not anymore. So yeah, might as well park ourselves here, scroll around. There you go. So yeah, this is the first game, well, first game mechanics and actual gameplay video of our Sith Inquisitor playthrough. I know I did a lot of talking at the beginning, but as I say, once it's out of the way, I don't have to visit it again. And when we come back, we'll enter Korriban Sith Academy and go let Overseer Harkin know that we've passed his first trial and learned about the Sith Code. But yeah, as always, feel free to comment if you so wish, and I'll see you for more next time. Until then, bye bye now.